Alright everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today, or tonight, we're going to do a what's in the bag for this 2021 season. So I just got sponsored by Battlefield Outdoors. Huge shout out to them. They have an amazing disc selection. They have one of the best Discraft selections in the area, and Innova as well. I honestly think, yeah, they have the best Discraft selection in the area, which is pretty much all that I throw. Actually, I throw all Discraft, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I guess I'll start with putters. For my approach shots, I use a Luna, the rubber blend. It's the 173, 174. It's got the Mandalorian stamp on it. Don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it's pretty cool. I use it for, so let's see, probably about 200-ish and in. I don't really throw it far. I just like taking nice little up shots with it, not throwing too hard. And then for my putters, I just started putting with these today. So I switched from, it was the only thing in my bag that I didn't have, or it was the only thing in my bag that wasn't Discraft. So I use a Challenger SS now. I'm still kind of getting used to it. I think I'm gonna have to go up on the weight a little bit. These are, where'd the sticker go? 164, 166. So I think I'm gonna go up on the weight, because with these I'm not really, I'm more of a powerful putter, so I lunge into my putts. I thrust from the hip right there. So I think I'm gonna have to go heavier, probably about a 171, 172. I think 173 will be right on the spot, which is what my other putters were. And anything inside the circle and about, I'd say, anything 40 and in, I was really consistent on. So I'm gonna have to either figure these out, figure out how to put these, or get heavier ones. Alright, let's move to mid-range. So my overall favorite mid-range that I have, that I'll use, I'd say it's about, for 350, 375 to 400, right in that range, I will use this Buzz. It is my Super Color Buzz. It's 175 to 176. It's one of the awesome stamped buzzes. I like using it. Whenever I throw this one, I have to put it on pure hyzer, and when I put it on, I'll put it on about this much hyzer, and I'll flip it up, and it'll carry, and it'll always fade back left. So that's what I use for those shots. Then I have another mid-range. It is a Z Buzz Clear. This is a 178. So this one I can put flat. Like this one I use for flat shots. I can throw this one about 425, 400 to 425, and I can hold it flat for a majority of the way. I'll put it on a little hyzer, flip it up to flat, let it carry. Sometimes it'll fade a little right, but a majority of the times it don't. So that's what I use for that. Then I have an ESP Buzz. This one I use for, let's see, I normally use it 300 and in if I'm trying to give a run at the basket, because I can just really lightly, pull through, and I can let it go on about that much hyzer, barely anything, and it'll ride perfectly flat, and I'm really accurate with it. So, and now, nope, still got more mid-range. I have two of these. Still got the stickers on them. I got new ones. I've got the Meteors or Meteors. They are 175, 176 weight. And I use these for my hyzer mid-range shots, or an anhyzer. And it holds, these two will hold the angle very well. You know, I can trust them to continue to hold that angle, and they stay on that angle. So I love using these. And then let's get these back in the bag. And I'll show y'all the bag after I show the discs. And then I got a Big Z Comet. Now I use that purely for anhyzer. I don't do anything hyzer, nothing straight. I use this for purely anhyzer. I will throw it just on a little bit of hyzer, and I'll throw it high, and I'll let it drift. So if I have any big anhyzer shot, like we have a local course, Camp Jordan, I think it's hole 7. You have to go out and around these Mando trees, and it pretty much goes straight off to the right. I'll use this on this hole, on that hole, and I can pretty much almost park the basket every time. So I love having this disc. This is a really good disc. And then I have a couple more putt and approach. Not really, it plays more as a mid-range. But I have an ESP Zone 174, 175. This one I use, I think the furthest I've thrown it is 350, so anything under that I am pretty accurate on. The further I have to throw it and the harder I have to throw it, I'm not as accurate, but if it's like a touch shot, I'm really accurate with it. This one I use for flex shots. It is Paul McBeth 5-time zone. Pretty much just the classic stock zone. So I have those two. And then I've got, come on, get up. These I use for forehand. Kind of like I do the zone. I do use the zone for backhand, but majority forehand. Now, I have 2 ringers. I like that small. For forehand, I love a small little lip. It barely has any lip on it. This one, I will use for pure anhyzer for a forehand, and just take it that way. Now, anything 200 and in, I can flash chains pretty consistently with these. I'm really comfortable with them. They're just all around, they're really glidey. They just glide forever. So that's what I use those for. And then, let me check the time real quick. Alrighty. So another thing, now we're on to drivers. So I'm going to start with my roller discs. My rollers are Avenger SS. These are 170 to 172. I've got a pink one and I've got an orange one. So I can get these. I'm not really good with rollers. I can lay them down, but I'm not consistent yet. I can get a roller down, but I'm not very consistent on the angle. Now, if it's a wide open hole, I'm really consistent on getting the right angle, but I think about it a little bit whenever I get onto like a tight fairway or something and I'm trying to throw a roller, and I just think about it too much and I overcorrect or don't correct it enough and I mess up the shot. And that's in the Z plastic. And this is all Discraft. I have all Discraft in my bag. Now these are pretty old. I've had these for a while. I got these when I first started playing pretty much, but I've got the ESP Crush. These are 170 or 167 to 169. Now I use these for hyzer flip-ups. These aren't like a full power, you know, I need to get out there, distance throwing driver. These are more of like my, you know, 375 to 400 foot shots, you know, just to get it there. I'm pretty accurate with them. I can, you know, I haven't thrown them in a while. I just put them back in the bag today, but you know, I was throwing them earlier and I'm still really accurate with them. Like I can put them on hyzer, flip them up, let it turn a little bit and then have it finish left. So These, I really enjoy these right here. Now we will move on to my Undertakers. I have two Big Z Undertakers. These I use for, you know, Anheuser, my fairway drivers, pretty much. So say if Calvin Heimberg was going to use an eagle, Paul McBeth would use an Undertaker. On the same way, I would use an Undertaker. So I use these for more touch shots. You know, I can rip it if I want to. It's stable enough that I could rip it on hyzer. It'll flip up, fade, and then fade back left. So it's something that I can throw hard, and I know it's still gonna finish left. It's not gonna hold that angle. Now, if it's windy, you know, I don't wanna throw this because it is gonna hold that angle. That wind will, depending on the wind direction, it'll make it hold that angle. So that's the Undertakers. Oh, and those are 173, 174. That's the weight on those. Now I have a Z Punisher and a Big Z Punisher. This one is a flippier plastic, so I use it, you know, for it to flip more. This one I use for forehand, and then I'll use it for backhand, have it turn over, just as, you know, a semi-power shot, not a full power, but give it like, you know, 65% power. That way it'll turn over, and then it'll finish left. These two, I don't really throw that much. I'm looking to replace these with Onyx. As soon as Battlefield Outdoors can get some Onyx in, I'm gonna start throwing those. I actually used to throw them all the time, so. And then next I've got, oh yeah, the weight on those was, this one is 170, 172. They're both 170, 172. Moving on, we got the Big Z Raptors. Now I throw these for pure hyzer shots, or if I'm throwing a big distance, for a big distance flex shot, I'll throw this. I'll put it on pure Anheuser almost. I'll put it about right there and just rip it and let it carry, and it'll flip and it'll stay flat for a little bit, and then it'll finish left. So I can always count on it to finish left because it's overstable. This one is a little bit lighter. It's a 167 to 169. This is a 174, 175. This one I use for pretty much the same thing. It's almost just as overstable, but I can put it on hyzer and it doesn't finish as hard. It doesn't spike as hard. So that's what I use these two for. And then I've only got one. I wish I had more because I can throw this disc really well. It is a Nuke. It's a pink Nuke in Big Z, or not Big Z, in Z plastic. It is 173, 174. I use this for an Anheuser, just a pure Anheuser. I will throw it to the left, have it fade right the whole time, and I'll use it on like a big distance shot. Even if it's wide open, you know, I'm really confident and comfortable with that shot. So I'll throw it and it'll just finish right the whole time. Now if I throw it too high, it will fade back left. But I keep it on that Anheuser angle and it'll just glide. Now, move on to my distance, my big distance throwers. So for big distance, this one I use for my forehands. It's a Vader stamped Force. The weight is 173, 174. I love this disc. It's really smooth forehand disc. It's got a little small flight plate. You know, I can just get it and I can go with it. I'm really comfortable with it. And then I got my Discraft Force ESP. These are both ESP. But this is the one I use for backhand. So whenever I rip this one on a backhand, I will pretty much just pull it off pretty much completely flat, a little bit of an Anheuser angle, and just rip it. I will full on pull back and rip it. This is for like my par 4s, my par 5s, or my really long par 3s. To put it in perspective, I threw this on a 532 foot par 4 and I was just outside circle 1. So this is my big distance driver, one of them. we're getting to the really big distance drivers. But this is 170, 172, this is 173, 174. So I use this for forehand, and then I use this for backhand. And I will make another video after this showing me throwing all these discs, putting with the putters and everything. So I only had one of these. It is a Z-Force 173, 174. I only had one, but I went today and I got another one because I really enjoyed it. I can throw this one. This is kind of like the Raptor. I can put it on an Anheuser angle. It will carry that Anheuser for a while and then flip up to flat. And this is actually the disc that I have thrown my furthest shot with, which was about 625 to 650, right in that range. I used to use this to measure it, but it went about that far in that range. So this disc is one of my favorite discs. I can throw it really far. I can put an absolute rip on it and not have to worry about it turning over and go in the complete opposite direction. So that pretty much sums it up. That's all the discs I have. I'm looking to get more this season. This isn't the set bag that I want. I'm really wanting to get some Zeus's. I want to get 2 Zeus's to put in my bag, and I want to get 2 Onyxes. Actually, I want to get 4 Onyxes to put in my bag. I'll replace the Punishers, and I'll take out, I honestly don't know. I might take out those Crushes. Even though I'm accurate with them, I'm really comfortable with the Onyx more than I am the Crush. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. And as for chalk bag, I have a whale sack. Love my whale sack. Don't really have to use it now, it's winter time. And then now to the bag, I have the Paul McBeth 5-time world champ Discraft bag in the pink with the Paul McBeth Velcro and the Grip EQ Velcro badges on the front of it. And yeah, this is just one of my overall favorite bags that I've had. I'm going to be carrying 2 bags. I'm going to have a wooded course bag and I'm going to have an open course bag while I'm playing a bunch of A-tiers this summer. So I'm not going on Pro Tour, but I am playing pretty much the tournaments that they play, playing those A-tiers and everything. So this is my open course bag. It's actually mixed. It's open and wooded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a wooded course bag with my other bag. It's just a grip bag. It's just the normal stock one, the red and black one. So I'm going to build that bag, and then I'll do what's in the bag for that one. But yeah, that's that bag. And huge shout out to Battlefield Outdoors. Thank you guys for being my sponsor. Thank you for hooking me up with everything. And you know, I hope I can be everything that I can for you guys and get your name out there. And everybody, they got go online. You can order online for them or from them. They have huge selection of Discraft, huge selection of Innova. Check out their Prodigy. That is their Battlefield Outdoors is Prodigy's local dealer. That is their biggest dealer. If you need a Prodigy disc, Battlefield Outdoors is probably going to have it, and they can get it like that because the factory is right down the road in Dalton. Let me check time. I don't want to have the video just cut out of nowhere. I've got 50 seconds. But yeah, just check out Battlefield Outdoors. I'll get back with y'all. I'm planning on making another video tomorrow out there throwing all these discs, showing you what they do. Other than that, that's my bag for this 2021 season. And hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys whenever I'm out there throwing tomorrow. Thank you guys.